Hello to you guys, Mac here, and today I'm going to be talking about how we may not actually see any story mode DLCs for GTA 5 single player. So a few weeks ago, whenever IGN was talking about how GTA Online has changed Rockstar North, and they had like an interview with Imran Sarwar, which if you don't know who he is, he's the director of design at Rockstar North. I have talked about him in previous videos. Now this information came out a few weeks ago, before the free mode events DLC went live, but I kind of just never made a video on it, and it just slipped past me. But I still want to talk about it because I feel it's actually pretty important for the future of GTA Online. So in that article, which I will leave in the description, IGN interviewed Imran Sarwar. They also talked about like other stuff for the free mode events DLC. They also talked about why last gen, the Xbox 360 and PS3 aren't getting any more support, or at least much support with DLCs and stuff for GTA Online. So in that interview with Imran Sarwar, they say that GTA Online averages 8 million users a week, with more active users than it had in its first year. Although I think the reason for that is because whenever the game came out in the first year, it was only on last gen, 360 and PS3. And at that time, people were switching to the next gen consoles, and they didn't want to switch back to their last gen consoles. So, for that first year, you had less people. Also, you didn't have it on PC. But now, in its second year, you have, 5 different platforms. And sure, the last gen consoles aren't getting as much support, but still, you have a lot of people that still play them. So in the interview, he says there is no specific time limit at this point. As long as people continue to play and enjoy GTA Online, we will keep making content and evolve in the experience. We still have a ton of ideas that we'd like to see make it into the game, and are going to continue pushing the limits of what's possible. Making GTA Online updates free and accessible to everyone allows us to keep our player base together as the game evolves. We think this approach offers the entire community the best range of options for how they choose to play the game while keeping everyone together. The most important thing is that players find the experience enjoyable and can share it with all their friends. That is really only possible with free, optional updates. Now they also start going into single player DLCs, and they say, as for single player, 2 pieces of DLC were released for GTA 4, The Lost and the Damned and The Ballad of Gay Tony. But nothing has been mentioned for GTA 5. Since it's released, it seems to be the focus has moved onto GTA Online. And Sarwar says, right now our focus is on GTA Online, which has exceeded our expectations. We currently have all key members on the team that launched GTA 5 focused on supporting GTA Online in every capacity. The community we've been able to foster is massive, growing each day, and we have so many ideas that we have yet to make it into the game. The evolution of GTA Online on these newer platforms is also an exciting prospect, as the power of those systems is going to allow us to achieve even more. So in this video I want to talk about my thoughts on if GTA Online never got a story mode DLC, and why I am not really bothered by that, and why I don't really care if GTA Online doesn't get a single player DLC. Now one reason is that the game's been out for 2 years, and I think a lot of people can agree on me with this, is if you have been playing the game for 2 years now, you've kind of already experienced pretty much everything that there is to see in San Andreas. So, in the game, we've kind of experienced everything. Sure, DLCs for GTA Online, add stuff, and sure, sometimes for single player, like whenever Next Gen came out, they added like the peyote plants and stuff. But for the most part, they haven't really added anything to single player except for maybe new cars and stuff, but those also make their way into GTA Online. And for me, I'm not that engrossed in the single player for this game. I have played the single player twice, and I have completed it twice. I played it once on 360, and then I also played on Xbox One. The reason why I played on Xbox One was just to get the new weapons, like the railgun and stun gun and stuff, and also to make some money so I can customize cars in there and stuff. But for both times, I wasn't really trying to get everything. I wasn't trying to 100% the game, because my focus is mostly on GTA Online. That's what I find entertaining and what I find interesting about GTA 5. I'm not really that big into the single player of the game. Sure, it's fun every now and again, but for the most part, I'm just more interested on GTA Online. Don't think I'd ever really be interested for a single player DLC. The only reason I think I'd be interested in a single player DLC is if it added something really huge, like maybe a new map or something, like a new playable area, because I think, like, even whenever I add, like, a new DLC, or even, like, Heist for GTA Online, we've kind of already done most things in the game. You know, every single area we've been to already, so you can't really show off anything new, I guess. And I think the only way I'd really be interested is if we got a new map or something, and new experiences like that. And even then, if they were to add a new map, I think that they would just add that to GTA Online as well, or they'd be pretty stupid not to do that. You know, even if they want to add a single-player DLC, like new cars and stuff in that DLC, they could just add that to GTA Online. Another reason why I feel like single player has kind of gotten left behind is because GTA Online is a unique experience. If you look at all the other, you know, city, urban, crime games, or even just open world city games out there, a lot of them are single player. And if you look at, you know, the other games out there that are like GTA 5, you know, they're all single player. If you look at like Saints Row and Sleeping Dogs and Just Cause and Mercenaries and all those games, and even Watch Dogs, they're all very similar in that they're all single player. But what GTA 5 has that's unique is GTA Online. Now, sure, you could argue maybe Just Cause 2 has the multiplayer mod, but that's only on PC, and that's a mod. And then you also could say, I think Watch Dogs had a multiplayer like mode, but it wasn't really that good, and I mean the entire game wasn't that great. So GTA Online is the big new unique experience of city open world games. And sure, some games that come out in the future will probably have like an online mode. Like Saints Row 5 will probably have an online mode similar to GTA Online. Just Cause 3 may have a multiplayer mod. They kind of already confirmed that it won't have one, but they may add a multiplayer mode in the future just because GTA Online has been so amazing and it's been so successful for Rockstar. I mean, it's pretty much the only way that they make money now, you know. I think pretty much everybody's already bought the game, you know. I don't think the sales of the games are that high. Like, sure, some people still buy them, but I don't think that the sales of this game is that high because it's a 2-year-old game now. So pretty much most of the money that they're making is from shark card sales, which are only in online. And, I mean, there's 8 million people playing this game, you know, on average. So we don't know, like, if there's going to be that many people that would go back to single player. So the point of this video I want to make is that if we never got a single player DLC for this game, I don't think that I'd really be that mad. Like, I just can't really get excited for a single player DLC, and I'd much rather have all their, you know, development on the GTA Online. But, you know, even if the next GTA game was only online, I don't think I'd really be that mad because I really enjoy GTA Online. And I've never really been interested in the single player for GTA 5. But let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. Would you really like a single player DLC for GTA 5? Or do you think that all of their development should go into GTA Online? Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments. Hope you enjoy. Feedback is always appreciated. I'll see you guys in the next video.